A few weeks ago, I asked you a question. Let me know in the comments, what is your biggest struggle? You all answered brilliantly, so I took everyone's answers and compiled a spreadsheet to see the similarities between all the problems and to find out if we could fix those issues. Well, we're gonna make sure these aren't problems for you in 2022. A very small amount of print on demand sellers actually make any money. Usually they'll encounter one of these problems and quit before they hit their true potential. Well, the three most common problems you've encountered were sales, design, and motivation. Let's start with sales, and this stems from struggling to get traffic. Getting sales is a struggle for most people. So take comfort in the fact that you're not alone. I mean, this is generally how it goes. You come up with an excellent idea. Brilliant, right? You spend hours and hours trying to make it work. You then click upload and you just wait. You go to bed thinking of the most incredible things, how your life is going to change. The money, the cars, all of it is just gonna come in because of this one epic design that you've created. And then you wake up in the morning and you check your phone and you see, boom, 0 sales. And it feels like a ton of bricks has just hit you from space. It's just landed straight at you. And to go from such a high to such a low so fast, it's really unhealthy and it's just terrible for your motivation and for your productivity. I hope I'm not describing you, but if I am, I do have 3 potential solutions that could help you. They of course all involve getting traffic because traffic is what leads to sales. Number 1, organic social media. Organic social media is literally creating content and posting it online. You've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. There are so many different social media platforms, LinkedIn, Reddit. And creating social media content should be 70% of the work you're doing. Well, the other 30% should be the designing aspect and uploading to different platforms. You see how much time you should really spend on social media in order to make this work. Build an audience big enough that they will then go and buy your products. And when is a better time to do this? Well, January the 1st, 2022? Yeah, come on, let's do this. Number 2 is paid social media. This is very similar to number 1, except there's now a budget behind your posts. And rather than relying on the algorithm of different social media platforms to push your post, you're simply bypassing the system and injecting a bunch of money into your post to kind of force that exposure, and hopefully more people will end up seeing it. This one is a lot harder to do, mainly because it costs money, and as well as that, advertising is such a complicated topic in of itself. However, once hitting that sweet spot, it's literally like you are printing money. Now, I do want to make a couple more videos going into a lot more detail about advertising, just because I know it's such a big topic and it can be a confusing one. So I will definitely make a couple of those in 2022. And number 3, maximizing your reach on various marketplaces. This is straightforward, and many of you probably would have already done it. But if you haven't, well, listen up, because you want to be posting your products on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and by the way, when I say Amazon, I mean Amazon, their main website, not Amazon merch. All of these different platforms which each come with their own traffic. By doing this, you are giving yourself more chances for traffic to come your way. Now, I know there are tons of other platforms as well. The reason I only mention those is because they are the biggest, most popular platforms out there. And as well as that, these platforms come with their own integrated ads. You've heard of Etsy ads, eBay ads, and Amazon ads. These are huge potential factors here for you to get more traffic. Now we need to talk about the next most common problem: making designs when you're simply not a designer. Maybe you're a numbers guy, a visionary, a thinker, whatever it is. You just don't happen to be a designer. Well, I hate to say it, but you are screwed.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding. I couldn't keep a straight face there. No, you're not screwed. You're definitely not screwed. One of my most successful designs was this. And clearly you need a master's degree in art and design in order to create a masterpiece like this. But in all seriousness, I do have 2 solutions for you. Number 1, paying someone to actually create the designs for you on Fiverr or Upwork or many other platforms. Yes, this can cost, but I do know very, very successful print-on-demand sellers who base their entire business solely on people creating designs for them on Upwork and Fiverr, and they do so well. So if you do have the money, this could be the saving grace to your business. Number 2, keep your designs simple. Stop trying to compete with the Banksys out there. Forget about the other designers making masterpieces and just focus on creating funny and quirky designs with good puns and good jokes, and the design will sell itself. I mean, look at these fantastic designs that I found. None of them really incorporated many graphical elements, and maybe some of them included a clip art file. But, I mean, these are not masterpieces, yet they're still doing amazingly. And finally, the last issue, the one we probably struggle with most every single day, and that is motivation.
I don't care how good you are, I don't care how talented you are, I don't care how much you work on yourself. There are some times when things aren't going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will happen.
I was so surprised to see so many people leaving comments saying they had a lack of motivation. Many people don't like talking about it, so for anyone who commented, I applaud you. For now, let's top up those motivation levels. If only it was that easy. This one is very real, and for some it's soul crushing, head bangingly frustrating, and quite frankly bloody annoying. I'm not even sure all of those were real words. Either way, I have a couple of solutions for you. Number 1, books. Books is an incredible way to overcome a lack of motivation. And if you hate reading or you can't read, then you can listen to those books as well. There's so many places out there where you can listen to audiobooks. And if you just don't feel like you have the time to listen to an entire book, there are also apps out there like Headway where you can actually listen to a portion of that book, just the important bits. So there's so many opportunities out there for you to increase your motivation through books. I'd recommend 3 books to start with: The Power of Now, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Atomic Habits. 3 masterpieces that will for sure help you in a massive way. Number 2 is podcasts. I started listening to podcasts this past year, and it has been a game changer. Long journeys feel like they go by in seconds now because I'm just so engrossed in that podcast. I've learned so much and they've helped me so much. Now, I'm only going to recommend one podcast for you, and that is going to be The Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. It's just a fantastic podcast. A really inspirational individual who gets really inspirational guests on as well. It goes without saying, I would always recommend listening to my podcast, Young, Dumb and Broke. The links are down below, but I thought that was obvious. Hopefully, with those issues now out in the open and the solutions to counter them, 2022 is gonna be your year. Of course, don't forget to write down your goals, your easy ones, your hard ones, any of them really, and have a look at them in a year's time to see how you did. And just remember,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, and if you want to make even more money in 2022, then check this video out. It's a game changer.